getting things maybe ironed out a little bit?
I think it went well. I mean, we had 3 good practices last week, and we got back to basic fundamentals on offense and defense, and so the effort was good, the focus was good. Obviously we hit a little adversity right now, which there's probably 2 teams in America that hadn't hit adversity this year, and so we got to handle it. We got to handle it the right way. Got to stay positive.
Dana had said there was a sense of urgency that he had noticed in the guys at practice last week. Did you kind of see that too?
Yeah, I think it was. I think that they're eager to go out there and play good. We've had basically 2 weeks where we haven't, and so they're eager to get out there and prove that they're not as bad as they show.
What have you seen from TCU defensively overall? What stands out?
Yeah, he's been there for a long time. He has a system. It's not overly complicated, but the kids execute it well. And so, he's done the same thing for a long, long time. And so, and they're really good at it. And that's about it. It's solid defense. And there's a lot of people that go talk to him and get their defensive philosophy from that guy. So, it'll be a challenge.
They've got like 5 more interceptions than anybody else in the conference.
Yeah.
Why is that a scheme? Is that athletes back there?
I think it's a little bit of both. Their corners play extremely well. What they do, it puts their corners on an island a lot of times. But on that island, they don't get beat a lot. You can watch tape, and they just don't get beat a lot. And a couple of times, they get beat. But I think it's more of a testament of them not being out of place a lot. They squeeze the air out of all underneath routes, so a lot of balls are hit and tipped to the next level for interceptions, And so they just do a good job of matching patterns and squeezing the air out of coverage. You very seldom see guys just running wide open through their defense. They match routes pretty well.
Shannon, what's it going to take for this offense to get clicking back on all cylinders again like it was early in the season?
I might just think another day out there. To be honest with you, we're gonna be fine. We just got to stay the course. It is what it is. We played, in my opinion, we played 2 pretty good defensive teams, and we didn't play well offensively. And to play well against those teams, you got to go out and execute well. So it's a combination of them playing well and us playing poorly. And so if we go out there and execute anything, then we're going to move the ball. And so, and our kids see it. Just like when we sit and watch film with them, we're this close away from executing huge plays every game. And why did we execute them in these games and not execute them in these games? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I know that the only answer in my mind is just to keep doing what you're doing and get better at it. You got to get more efficient at executing it.
Is it that thin of a margin?
Very thin.
Yeah, between scoring 50 and 60 and 14?
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's, when you talk about that extreme, I think, in my opinion, starting fast is key right now for our offense, and the difference between starting fast and not starting fast over the last couple of games has been very, very marginal. I'm talking about as far as we threw a laser and there's 0 people in front of him in the goal, and Gino threw it a little behind him. We execute that play, there's no telling, then you get some momentum. Those plays like that we have opportunities to create big plays just are slightly off. And so we just got to keep pinpointing that and get kids on the right page. Just focus up and be more efficient,
What do you mean by matching routes?
Just, if you watch defenses or whatever, there's times where, you see a guy in a zone defense where there's 10 yards around him. You very seldom see that with them because there are a lot of zone cover guys. It's almost like when you play basketball, there's zone, there's man, and there's man zone. Well, they're more of a man zone team. If they've got a guy in their zone, they're going to be owning it. It's not a deal where they're really shuffling and letting you complete something and they're going to rally up. They're trying to knock the ball down.